What's going on, YouTube fam? It's your boy Tony 2 times, and we back with another episode of Hood Tales, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button. Definitely watch this video to the end to hear the full story and all the details in the case. For the day one fam, y'all already know it's all love. Thanks for tuning back into another episode. If you're new to the channel and you feeling the content, feel free to subscribe. Definitely hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video. Let's get right into the story. Being a young man growing up can be hard. When you are a little younger, like preteen years, everything seems fun. You play outside, might grow up playing with toys and video games, having friends around your way to kick it with. But then you hit that hump. You get into those teen years, things start to get a little different. Now you are trying to figure out an identity, a group to fit in with. Even if you are a loner, you still want to know where you stand at in the world. Little love interests might start happening. You connecting with girls. By 11th grade, most of the time, your personality comes out. You found your crowd or how you want to carry yourself and take some of those traits into adulthood. But teen politics is crucial. Who likes who? What two young men are beefing? Sometimes you might even have enemies because you go to a certain school. And nowadays, it's even more accessible to go back and forth with somebody. You have social media where you can send a DM or threats to a person 24 hours a day, even from miles away. You mix high school drama and a little teen male ego, and that's an altercation or worse waiting to happen. And on this episode of Hood Tales, we will be taking it to Long Island, New York to discuss a teen's beef over a girl that turned to a fatal after-school brawl. Back in 2019, Kasim Morris was a 16-year-old young man that had just started a new school. The young man who was artsy, liked bright colors, music, skateboarding, and had dreams of going to college to study photography. Kasim stood out amongst his peers because his interest was a little different. But once he made it to Oceanside High School, he was happy to be making friends and he could be himself. Like most teenage boys, girls was at the top of his list to associate with. While attending his new school, he met a young lady who we will call Star. The two were just friends, nothing serious, but Kasim would sometimes walk her home from school. Star had an ex-boyfriend who we will call John. Once he realized his ex was entertaining another young man, he took it personal, sending threats, messaging Kasim stating he wanted to fight him, even though he stated they were just friends. But John wasn't satisfied with his response. Kasim would tell his older sister about the threats. As he had just started going to that school, he stated, "I'm not looking for a fight, but I'm not ducking one either. I will continue to make friends and go about my regular routine." John had a lot of homies. One of them, an 18-year-old young man named Tyler Flash. Tyler was an up-and-coming rapper that went by Baby Ty. Once he got word John was mad, him and a group of other teen boys from another part of town decided they wanted to go link up with Kasim and his homies to fight it out. On September 17th, 2019, about 8 to 10 young men hopped in a few whips, one of them being Tyler's, and drove to Oceanside after school let out. Kasim and his friends often went to a pizza spot in the strip mall. That was the normal thing the kids did. But on this day, they had beef though. As the teens were eating, Tyler and his peoples pulled up. They called Kasim and his people out to get the smoke off their chest. Kasim not backing down, him and his friends stepped out. In total, some say it was over 50 high school kids picking sides, and an all-out brawl broke out. During the confusion, Kasim grabbed his chest and fell to the ground in pain. Some kept fighting, while other kids were recording the whole incident. No one came to the young man's aid. An older onlooker saw all the commotion and called local police. Once they arrived to the scene, they found Kasim suffering from a stab wound to the chest. He was rushed to a local hospital, struggling to catch his breath. Trauma doctors worked on the young man, in which his heart would stop once. They were able to revive him, but unfortunately, hours later that night, the young man passed away from what was deemed a stab wound to the heart. His family and older sister were devastated Kassim had only been transferred to the new school 10 days prior before the fight. Only a day later, a video was posted to Snapchat that showed the whole fight, including everyone just watching and recording and not helping Kassim. As it was clear, he was stabbed. A white male could be seen in the footage with a knife. The video went viral and outrage poured out from all over, as most felt as though people were desensitized to watch teens fight and a 16-year-old boy land on the ground for a long time before anyone did anything. Local police urged the high school kids to come forward with information, give names, and report what they saw. A few students gave the names of about 8 young men, including Tyler, stating the brawl was over a girl and Tyler was the one who dealt the fatal wound to Kassim. Tyler would turn himself in 2 days later, as police picked up 8 other teens ranging from the age of 16 to 19. Tyler will be charged with second-degree murder, assault, weapon charges, and as a group, the teens were all charged with gang assault from the fight, even though it was later stated they were not in a gang. Kasim's family and friends had a vigil for the young man, encouraging everyone to wear bright colors, bring skateboards, and everything he was into. It was a huge turnout. A GoFundMe was also started for the young man and his family in his honor. The day of his funeral, hundreds packed the church. Happy for the support, his family was still crushed, as they felt it was a senseless crime. The school sent their condolences, and classmates described the young man as funny, giving, helpful, and always in good spirits. As the case made its way to trial, the 8 young men that were only charged with gang assault got different outcomes. Some probation and a few time in prison, including a 3-year sentence. But Tyler stood to face the more serious charges of second-degree hit and assault, as a friend of Kasim's, who was also at the brawl, got his arm broke. Tyler spoke out, telling Kasim's family he hates himself for what happened that day. He had no intentions of killing no one. He was just trying to help a friend. He apologized to the family in court. The judge wasn't hearing it though, pointing to the fact Tyler came armed with a knife to a fight, was trying to impress people, showing how tough he could be, and made that fatal decision. Tyler interrupted emotionally, stating, "We were just kids. It was an accident. I'm sorry." At the end, Tyler was found guilty of all charges and sentenced to 25 years to life in prison, as Kasim's family walked out happy that they got justice. They all spoke out, not feeling sorry for Tyler, saying he knew what he was doing and came there to hurt someone. Rest in peace to Kassim. I send my deepest prayers and condolences to his family. We all have been in some kind of teenage beef or drama, most of the times for the same reason, over a girl or boy. I know as young men and women, we want to be down, the one that's considered to be on that type time and want all the smoke. But that comes at a cost. Trying to get a name for yourself, fit in, or show how hard you can go can turn into you losing your life or you receiving a life sentence. It seems from what I saw, which I won't show out of respect for the family, Tyler and his homies already had the ups in the situation. Kassim was outnumbered. The stabbing was just extra. And to find out it wasn't even Tyler's ex-girlfriend, it was a friend's, was crazy. To all the hoppers out here growing up, I know it seems cool to be in the mix, but choose your battles wisely. Some mistakes you can't come back from. And remember, we gotta succeed not to fail, so we won't be just another hood tale. Man, rest in peace, Kassim. Y'all heard the story. I ain't gonna speak too much more about this one. Definitely let me know what y'all think about the situation in the comments. Remember to be respectful. Oh yeah, fam, if you feeling the channel, man, make sure y'all share these videos. Everybody is welcome to the channel. We always looking for people to get involved and to communicate stories. So yeah, hit me up at tony2times.biz@gmail.com. Y'all already know it's all love, fam. I appreciate you if you made it to the end. It's your boy Tony 2 Times. I'm out.